Alright, what'd you read? I'll just summarize it real quick.
Alright, so this dude named Marlo's chilling on the boat with his homies, talking about this job he once had in an ivory company. He learns that he needs to extract this man named Kurtz because he's doing some shady shit down in the middle of the Congo. You know, getting way too much ivory, doing shit like that. He then finds out that the boat he has to take down there is broken, and it's going to take a couple months before it's fixed and he can go down there. In his downtime, though, he starts learning more about Kurtz, where he starts to develop his love for him and overall just his gayness. Once the boat's fixed, he takes it down with the helmsman and they start heading down the river. They get to a shack and see a note that says y'all slow. Okay, and then they start going into the fog and whatnot, and like they start shooting arrows at him and shit, and like crazy shit goes down. Start freaking out, and then the helmsman gets killed by a spear or a dildo, and then the helmsman dies, and Marlo scares them off with his gayness, and the natives don't want AIDS, so they ran away and just let him be. They finally get to the point with him, and they meet the Russian who calls Kurtz a god. Kurtz is sick, and then he starts running like a pussy, and he ends up dying like a bitch. And I think Marlo low-key raped him. And you know, once Marlo's love for him is fully developed, he goes and he tells Kurtz's wife that he loves her.
I don't feel like that's right.
Maybe if you read the fucking book, you would know.
So you made us read a novella of a gay lover's quarrel?
You tell me. I thought you said this book was on imperialism and man's innate desire to be evil. I did. And? It's for you guys. You tell me how it does that.
Well, clearly you swapped evil with gay, So I'm guessing the further they got from society, the more obvious man's evil became?
Close, but not exactly.
It's saying when man is not under the prying eyes of society, you begin to see their true nature.
There we go.
And that's why you see more craziness going down in the jungle rather than in society, is because everyone's scared of being outcasted.
I thought you didn't read.
Spark notes, bitch.
Doesn't stop those Imperials, though, because even when they try to hide their evil, they still do some messed up shit to the natives.
There's those whited sepulchres for you. Innocent on the outside and filthy on the inside. Now how do you explain Kurtz? You understand? Kurtz, he's just an example of how much power the Imperials truly had over the natives.
Essentially, he turns himself into a god in order to gain power over these people, whom he later forces to feed his greed of ivory and ultimately his legacy. And when his final words are, the horror, it's Kurtz looking back on everything he and society has done and realizing how utterly inhumane it is.
So why does Marlo lie to Kurtz's wife?
Because in a world filled with hypocritical demons, sometimes ignorance is bliss.
See, that wasn't so hard, was it? That's what she said.
You're so fucking ugly, bro. What do you mean? The first time I met you, I hated you because your face.
Bro, I think I have to.
Alright, jump. Jump for it. Dude, there's so much water in here, bro. There's so much fucking water in here. There's so much water. It's gotta be dumped out. Oh shit, dog. I'm not battling at all. Could be. They speak very highly of him.
I've been touching it a lot with my hands.